We live in a world full of trickery. This is not a trick.
On a whim, I decided to go in the backyard and watch the sunset.
Something clicked inside my head, and I said, you know what? There's something I can be of service to humanity. I can be of service to an entire community if I can bring this to America.
Making the dark side nervous since day one. That's you. Happy birthday, young Jen.
Really, this is going to change the world.
I was kind of a hermit for a good 8-9 years before I ventured out and sought help.
At one point, I turned around and said, this is silly. I'm just going to go back inside. And then something inside of me said, no, don't do that. Just take a minute, because this might be the last sunset you ever see. And it was.
Right now, we've got 4 doctors, opticians. We've got a whole bunch of different folks that have come in, experts in their field, and validated that this is 100% real, that we can really do this.
In 1998, I was driving up near the Utah Schools for the Deaf and Blind, and there was a blind individual with a guide dog. And the guide dog went around a light pole, and the blind person walked right into it. The day before, I had just finished watching a VHS cassette about Indonesian martial arts, and it showed a very unique clip, several actually, with people running blindfolded through obstacle courses and then jumping up and hitting big clay pots and smashing them. And it dawned on me right at that moment, I wonder if those Indonesian people could help blind people.
They actually had trained over 3,000 visually handicapped people and completely blind from birth people to do Vibravision in Indonesia before we found it. And we brought them over here to start to expand Vibravision across the US.
Merpati Putih is actually the royal inheritance of the kings and the heirs of central Java, Indonesia. About 450 years ago, the Sultan created the energy work and the breath techniques that we use still today, and it's been passed down for 12 generations. Merpati Putih is a system of 5 different aspects. The first one is martial artistry and movement. Second one is energy building. Since we run on electricity, we have a very unique and proprietary method of building the electricity in our body. The third one is using this energy to break things. The fourth aspect is healing, so making our bodies healthier and then doing our best to help heal others. And number 5 is Vibravision, which is a very unique way of basically hacking the brain to create a mental image based upon non-visual senses.
The first day I came to Vibravision here and went through the meditations with Mas and went through the training and was able to use the techniques he taught me to scan and in my mind's eye see where my cane was sitting on the ground and reach down and pick it up. It made me cry, and it just opened up a part of my heart and my soul. It was just like, oh, this is possible.
Excellent job, Mike.
It's actually a really specific training process that takes place, and I'm sorry I can't disclose all of it to you, but in a nutshell, we start off with physical exercise to warm up the body and get all our kinks worked out so we're feeling comfortable in our body. Next, we move into energy building and distribution exercises, and those basically distribute the electricity through our body and align all our sensors so we can start feeling it. Then we move into meditation, and the meditation really gives us the program and turns on the sensors so we can detect the signals that are coming from the outside sources. And after that, it's all a matter of practicing, doing it in a step-by-step fashion with skills and drills that develop the ability.
Go.
We're specifically training and tapping into those senses and developing them so they can overlay the other senses. With Vibravision, what we're really focusing on, especially for blind people, but anybody can do this, is teaching our brain and the piece of our brain that is not activated to become activated and start processing those signals so we can create a reproducible, duplicatable, and consistent result.
Mix those colors up. Very good, shapes. Very good. Come on over, grab that gun. Grab that gun. Okay, your first color is going to be yellow. Second one, red. Green. Very good. Go ahead and come and grab a card. All 4 of those cards.
4 of spades,
Jack of clubs, king of hearts, 5 of clubs.
Very good. Go ahead and come on over and find a quarter.
One thing that Vibravision I've noticed has done for me as a blind person is it's all those fears and all that doubt are getting erased with confidence and knowing and the willingness to at least go an adventure.
Yes.
On the money, girl.
One of the really key elements to really developing ourselves completely is looking within ourselves. With this Vibravision skill, with these people doing things blindfolded, we might be able to do something more than just kicking and punching and blocking and defending ourselves. That there was a bigger message behind this.
I had a gentleman who, never been here before. He's totally blind. He comes from across the ocean and comes into my house, goes upstairs, puts all his stuff away, comes back downstairs, makes his own dinner, comes over, tells us what color shirts we're wearing, all this kind of stuff. And I just, oh my gosh, what is this like for you? And he says, well, the most powerful thing for me ever, I'm 31 years old. And for 30 years, my mom had to take care of me and do everything for me. And after I trained in Vibravision, I found her in a crowd of 5,000 people and took a picture of her, then handed her the picture because it was the old Polaroid cameras that you had to, flip and let them develop. I gave her the picture and I said, Mom, thank you for taking care of me for so many years, but I'm free now. I can do it myself. And now he's married, he has a business, he lives a completely independent life. And I said, oh my gosh, this is what I want to do in my life. I have got to contribute and keep the momentum going and give this to the world.
Vibravision means to me full independence to do literally anything I want to do because I'm no longer blind.
All right, America, if you love this company, vote by sharing this video and buy their products. You can even invest in this company right now. Investing is no longer only for big-time investors. In fact, you can invest as little as $100. Stay tuned each week for more preseason spotlights of individual companies like this one, leading up to full episodes of Season 1 of America's Real Deal, starring Kevin Harrington, original shark on Shark Tank, and Forbes Riley, the queen of infomercials. Thank you, Sharks. We'll take it from here. Now it's America's turn.